What's up, y'all? It's Johnny with Six Pack Shortcuts. First off, I want to thank y'all for welcoming me to the Six Pack Shortcuts channel. I'm here to educate y'all, share some of the knowledge and know-how I have from years of bodybuilding, training, football training, personal training, years of knowledge, years of know-how, and I want to share all this with y'all. So today, what we want to talk about is the V-taper. It's one of those buzzwords you've probably heard on social media in the last few years. The desirable look that guys and girls alike both are trying to achieve. And what the V-taper is, if you're not too familiar with it, is having very broad shoulders, a nice wide back, into a very small waist. Now this is a pretty desirable look for anybody from a bodybuilder to a model to anybody that just wants to look good at the pool. Now there's certain ways that you can achieve this look by doing certain exercises, as well as dieting and cardio and that sort of thing. But there is really one key exercise that I found to be extremely effective in building that V-taper physique that everybody wants, and that is the pull-up. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have done pull-ups or you work them into your routines, and that's great. Any type of pull-up, any type of grip, anything like that is beneficial to you. But a common thing that I see with guys and girls doing pull-ups is they're either doing the wrong type of grip, they're not using the correct form, or they're really just cheating. And in the long run, you're really only cheating yourself out of that good V-taper look that you want. So what I'm going to do today is explain how to do the proper pull-up. I'm going to demonstrate it for y'all so you know how to do it, and I'm going to show you a couple reps. That way you can maybe try it whenever next time you're at the gym. So the first thing I want to talk about is the actual pull-up itself. There are a ton of different grips. So let's walk over here to the pull-up bar. Now with a pull-up, there's chin-ups with a reverse grip. There's pull-ups, you can go shoulder width apart, you can go super wide, you can go super narrow. Now there's also other variations like doing partial reps, full reps. I've seen the CrossFit kip-up pull-ups. We all know what those are. Those, you know, there's a lot of different variations out there. But if you're if your goal is to develop a V-taper, you want to be slow and controlled. You want to really activate your lat muscles. A big issue I see with pull-ups is everybody's using their biceps, especially when they're going reverse and doing the chin-ups. Everybody uses their biceps. This isn't a bicep workout. Now, your bicep is considered the secondary mover in this exercise. So yes, there's going to be some activation in the bicep, but you want all of that resistance, all of that strength coming from your lats. So the first thing I want to recommend is going wide, okay? Wider is better, especially with the lats. Your lats typically really are only activated when you're out this wide. If you're in close, yeah, some lats will be used, but then you start to use more of your inner rhomboids. You start to use more of your bicep, so wide is key. Think about it. With a V-taper, you want big, wide shoulders, you want these big, wide lats, and what better way than pulling from wide? So that's the first tip I have to give. The second thing you have to give is full range of motion. So you might see some people in the gym, yeah, they're out here wide, but they're only doing this. They're only doing like partial reps, not even really getting their chin up the whole way. Now those can be beneficial. Those, like I mentioned before, those are called partial reps, or you can do static holds. But really that's more for somebody that's a little bit more advanced. If you can't get up on the pull-up bar and do 10 full pull-ups up and down, then there's really no point to doing partial reps or half-ass reps or just bullshitting up there on the pull-up bar. You're wasting your time. So really the key is full range of motion and really concentrate on activating each back muscle starting from your traps down. So if you think about it, when a bodybuilder goes to do a back double bicep pose, they start all the way up here and they start to flex and they bring it all the way down. And so basically they're starting at their traps, flexing down through their scap, their rhomboids, and then obviously their lats. So you almost can imagine that you're a bodybuilder on stage doing a back double bicep as you do these pull-ups, really concentrating, starting with your traps, all the way, working all the way down your back until you feel a great squeeze in your lats. The second thing I want to mention is that if you can't even do one, that's okay. Honestly, come in and just try. Just try doing with the correct form, try activating your lats, and eventually I promise you that you'll be able to do a pull-up, and then another pull-up, and then 3, 4. Before you know it, you'll be doing sets of pull-ups, unassisted, not cheating, and you're gonna make everybody else look like fools when they're over there doing their bullshit pull-ups. So again, even if you can't do one pull-up with the correct form, just try. Even if you're just hanging there and just pulling, you're still activating your lat muscles. You're still gonna build strength in them, and eventually you're gonna get to the point where you can do a pull-up. If you can't do one, but you still really wanna work lats, the next best thing are lat pull-downs on a cable real wide. Okay, you want that wide grip. You want to make sure that you're using your lats, not your biceps, as you do them. So best exercise, pull-ups. Second best exercise, lat pull-downs. And this is for building a nice V taper. There's a lot of back exercises out there that can really develop your lats and give you that nice V taper. But in my experiences, from what I found, these are the best two that you can do. So now I'm going to give you guys a couple tips. I'm going to show you how to do the actual correct pull-up so you can really work your lats, get that nice V-taper everybody wants, and then you can be hanging out at the pool, picking up the ladies, do whatever you got to do. So I'm going to take my shirt off so you can actually see my back muscles activating and that I'm not cheating and using biceps or anything. So the first tip, and one of the best tips I ever got, was just imagine that your hands are hooks. So, you want a good grip on here, but just imagine your hands are hooks and you're using your back to pull yourself up, not your biceps. It's a very common mistake. So imagine you're hanging here with two hooks, and again, start with your traps and activate down through your lats. You can even lean back slightly, and then resist down, all the way up, and all the way down. You want to get your chest as close as you can to the bar while squeezing your lats. Slow and controlled. It also helps if you coordinate your breathing with those pull-ups to where you're breathing out as you go up. That way you can get a good squeeze at the top. I promise you, by implementing these wide pull-ups into your regular training routine, you'll really start to develop and notice that your lats start to get a little bit wider, and not only that, your waist will start to look a little bit smaller. That's a key with a good V-taper look. Yeah, you want a nice wide back, you want broad shoulders, and when you do that, it makes your waist look smaller. So now that I've showed y'all how to do the proper perfect pull-up, again, imagine your hands are hooks, really activate your lats, get a nice squeeze, and hold the top. Practice it for the next week. Next week, I'll have a great workout video for y'all implementing pull-ups and lat pull-downs. It's gonna be no joke. It'll be about 9 or 10 sets total, but you'll get a great workout for your lats, start to develop that V-taper. So make sure and tune in next week to Six Pack Shortcuts. I'm Johnny. I hope y'all learned a little bit today. Looking forward to educating y'all more next week.